Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. Great to have you aboard. Before we begin, I implore you, please, if you haven't checked out devlog number 4, please go ahead and check that out now. I'll put a link up above and also a link in the description below. Devlog number 4 will really give you a good foundational understanding of what Hydro is all about. It will give you a good baseline level of information of what the full version has in store prior to these very latest updates seen here in this video. Also, as you watch this devlog, please keep in mind that whilst a lot of the footage and information that you're seeing here is the full release of the game, it is still the preview build, so there is still some polish to go, and things are bound to change before the August 1st release date. Now on with the show. I can't believe it's July already. Just over 2 months since devlog 4. Hydro is a game that I've been working on now for the past several months. I technically started in October 2024, and with less than a month till full release, I'm really feeling the pressure. I'm a solo developer, and this is my very first game development project using Unreal Engine. It's rather astounding to me how far and how much I've learned as I've gone along with the development of Hydro in just these few short months. And I'm not ashamed to admit I never thought I'd get this far. In fact, a lot of the time I told myself if this doesn't work, I'll just throw it away. But I never got to that point yet. A lot of the late stage features you'll see in this devlog I couldn't have dreamt of implementing just a few months ago. The journey of development with Hydro has been nothing short of exhilarating, and so many unseen hours of thought and headache have gone into planning the gameplay mechanics and bringing it all together. That journey itself is probably worth another video on its own. So needless to say, there's been a lot happening in Hydro lately since devlog number 4, and I thought I'd use this devlog as probably one of my last devlogs to update you all on the latest happenings with the game and everything that I've been doing around development before I pull the release trigger on August 1st. I'm going to split this video up into several different sections, and I'll add chapters to this video as well, so you can skip to the things that you're most interested in. But let's kick things off now. One of the bits of feedback I received during the demo, which is currently available on Steam by the way, card up above, is that the tutorial in the beginning was quite simplistic and basic, with just the static slides depicting how to do things. This has now changed, because I've now implemented a guided tutorial with the full version of the game. This tutorial is primed when you first begin the game, however, you can actually reactivate this at any time during the gameplay as well. The guided tutorial will take you through bite-sized steps of guidance and show you basic operations of the power plant. Everything from how to top up the gear oil, sync up to the power grid, to how to repair fuses and some of the nuances of controlling generator RPM using the governor, as well as cooling the generator and avoiding fires. I'm hoping that the guided tutorial will go a long way to help first-time players get to grips with the power station, especially for those who are less mechanically inclined. Note that this guided tutorial only shows the basics of power station operation. There's still many other bits and pieces to learn, but hopefully the guided tutorial is a good baseline. This one came back as part of feedback during demo phase as well. On that note, I'm so glad I got the demo out in February. It's been a great learning experience, and I know for the future to get the demo out as soon as possible so people can play it and let you know what they think, haha. And thanks once again to everyone who has given me their support and feedback since February. Basically what we're looking at here is the difficulty settings page that was recently implemented. You are able to customize Hydro to your heart's content and play it your way. Are you more a casual player who just wants to sit back after a long day at work and just take it easy with the casual style of gameplay? That's fine. You can go ahead and select as many of these checkboxes as you like to slow the experience down and remove some of the niggly and difficult aspects of the game, such as noise complaints. Conversely, if you're a hardcore player who prefers to have the pressure of a time squeeze and try to achieve township power demands within a limited space of time, while still maintaining all the things around the power station on a given game shift, you can go ahead and uncheck a lot of these tick boxes and you'll get the full hydro experience. Note that there's many quality of life settings within the difficulty settings page as well. Don't like the ship passage and marker light maintenance gameplay mechanics? Turn off the shipping lane. Not too keen on the auditors and their pedantic checks? You can put them on strike. It's really up to you. The player journal was something that I dreamt up, 1, as a way to clean up the HUD UI, and 2, as a way to give you, the player, additional information via the current thoughts feature to help guide you along as you play Hydro. The journal is attached to you and can be summoned at most times, except maybe when you're carrying heavy stuff. Yet again, one more bit of demo feedback was that the ordering system was a bit clunky and not very good because you could only order one supply of each type at a time per shift. Not only that, but previously the market price of a supply good was only known once you had placed the order and been billed. Now, you'll have access to a supply order form. With this new form system, you can see what the current market price is of supplies before you even place an order. So if you've got some supplies in reserve at the power station, you can go ahead and hold off for an in-game day or so and wait for the prices to come down, and then make the order when the prices are more favorable. This form will also allow you to order things in bulk and get discounts. Big quality of life improvement there. As per normal and per the demo, pending order states are also saved, so if you place an order and save the game then exit, your order will still get delivered next shift once you reload the game. This is number 4 on the list of bits of feedback that I've received from the demo as well. And that was that the fuse box that was included with the demo is a little bit buggy and sometimes the interact system was causing headaches. It was using a click object style of interaction where you'd have to click on the fuses to remove them, which didn't always seem to work out. The system was originally conceived before I had the more advanced interact crosshair in the game. Since I had subsequently implemented the interact crosshair, I saw fit to revisit and refactor the fuse box to use the more precise interact, and now you should find that your fuse removals and installs will be a lot more reliable. Going one step further with the recent addition of the line shaft lubrication mechanic that was described in devlog number 4, you are now also tasked with additional housekeeping. You may have to crouch down for this, and keep that sponge bucket handy. Note, some auditors will get quite pedantic about the cleanliness of the power station, and big oil stains like this won't go down well at all. This, along with the existing window cleaning requirements, will keep your hands full in addition to all the other tasks you have to do on the daily. Note that not all auditors are the same, and some are downright lazy. It really depends on who chooses to swing by, and that will determine just what your audit check penalties are. Reputation is a big part of the game. If you're making a lot of mistakes, for example, making excessive amounts of noise or failing to meet the township's demands for power or outright rejecting them, you'll find your reputation drops. Conversely, if you're keeping the RPMs and oil levels in check and running a tight ship, and completing the township's demands for power, your reputation rating will increase gradually. And maybe you'll get a good news newspaper to hang up in the power station too. Having a low reputation will affect your ability to receive high prestige township demands in the future, which will ultimately affect your income and ability to make money. Reputation tuning is ongoing and may be tweaked further in the coming weeks prior to release. I'm trying to find a happy medium between making the reputation gain or loss too aggressive or too easy. Before I start to wrap this video, I want to share one more recently implemented feature based on yet another bright idea I was given on the channel. I've implemented the beginnings of a Sabotage game mechanic. So whenever you get noise complaints now, just pay a little bit more attention to them, because sometimes certain threats may actually be followed up by some particularly vindictive townsfolk. On top of that, there is also graffiti gameplay mechanic, where, depending on your reputation and your current money situation, basically how well you're doing at the power station overall, you may find taggers will make their mark accordingly. I'm careful not to go overboard with these features. I don't want to make them frustrating. Therefore, I'm trying to keep their occurrences rare enough, but still frequent enough to keep you engaged enough to be curious. So where to from here? Well, I'm only a few weeks out from release now, and I can't believe it. As I mentioned, I'm going to be head down as ever, putting the finishing touches on Hydro, and I'm happy to say that many of the things I've wanted to implement during the full release development are now in place and locked away. From here on, I'm going to be making some final touches and tweaks and continuing with the gameplay balance testing to ensure that everything's going well. I'm not sure if I'll get time to make one more devlog before release. Unfortunately, these videos take a lot of time, planning and effort to make, and realistically, they detract from my already limited development time to complete Hydro. That said, I won't rule out making another video or videos just prior to release, but definitely afterwards as well. To tide you over in the meantime, whilst we're just a few short weeks away, see the links below to download the demo if you haven't tried that already as well. Bear in mind that the demo is basically a build from February this year, and save for a few tiny little tweaks that I made recently, the demo only contains a very small slice of the full version's functionality and is also missing a lot of the quality of life updates that you've seen here today. Even as I'm head down to complete the final tweaks to the game prior to release, I can't see myself completely stopping on pushing updates and fixes post-release either. So I encourage any and all constructive criticisms to be left on the Steam discussion boards. I do read each and every message personally. Check out the demo in the meantime, and the very next time I catch you may well be on the 1st of August release day. If there's any gaming video streamers in the house, I encourage you to reach out to me, as I'm more than happy to provide you with a preview build of Hydro for you to showcase on your channel prior to release day. Finally, thanks so much for watching. I've tried to keep this video succinct, but as always, I find myself trying to cover a lot of different things. Nonetheless, I'm really glad if you stayed till the end. I really appreciate your support. Please like, comment and subscribe if you've enjoyed what you've seen here today. And don't forget to wishlist Hydro. Links are all below. Until next time, happy generating!